Put up quadrants of the map. Refund myself. Honey, get the keys. I don't like it here anymore. I don't feel comfortable. What? It was like around when Nova first like came out. Somewhere around then. I wasn't good at the game. I spent plat to get Nova. See, that's way better. 3 minutes? See, this is how fast we want to do. This is how fast we should be doing defenses. 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Much better. You just run your way through things. So yeah, I was not good either. I used Loki and like the dual heat swords. I used the Guandao. Used Loki and then the Paris Prime when the Paris Prime came out. Paris Prime was the shit. No. I used Cernos, and this is before Cernos Prime came out because the only Prime bow was Paris Prime, and I wanted a Cernos Prime, but there was no Cernos Prime. Like, yeah. Plus, those are a little funny. Yeah, they do run and then just stop there. Having Equinox, Equinox plus Nova is beautiful though, doubling the damage that comes off their health. Ugh. Thanks. The beauty of it makes this go so fast. Equinox is good. Like Equinox definitely got an indirect, but a massive indirect buff after they changed the armor values, because Equinox does more damage based upon their max health. They have lower armor, which means Equinox does more damage because it's reduced less, and then gains more per kill because they have more health. Pretty simple concept to understand. I feel like it's too out there. So the Equinox is just better than before. And Steel Path. Normal Path, very much still the same. Well, mostly the same. But yeah, I was terrible at the game. I just used Loki. That's all I did. Because he just was able to kill everything, you know what I'm saying? Just all the Loki propaganda. Oh, I'm gonna die. I didn't die. The nice part is like all the nuking is you don't even have to get the kills. Beans. What a lovely song. Hi, Justice. I said propaganda and came as fast as I could 1 hour late. I mean, nice. You did Odie and Tragedy back in the day. See, I wasn't smart enough to know how to get frames back in the day. I was a teenager with ADHD that was unmedicated. It was quite dumb. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. So I had Loki because they were starting frame, and then I just bought. I got a 90% off plant. It's the only time that I bought plant and used it and stuff. And then I just bought Nova when she came out. I was the meme. Shant, I was the meme all along. I tell you not to buy frames with plat. I tell you not to rush things, but I was that. I'm coming from a place of understanding. That understanding just happens to happen like a decade ago, and we didn't have the wiki or a lot of the information we do nowadays, so it's actually like a little different, but it's mostly the same. Ever got bored once you reach a high level? Oh, Turbo Gecko, hi. Ever get bored once you reach high LR? I'm not gonna lie to you. LR, MR doesn't. That is one objective in the game. I know that, like, a lot of people base the entire experience off of somebody that plays Warframe on like MR, but that is just like one aspect. You know, I know plenty of like LR4s that don't know how to like Eidolon hunt, as an example. That's fine. I didn't need to special. You're disgusting, man. I'm gonna make it through this. I'm tired. So much good too. Hi, Turtle. Morning. How you doing? What do you mean, no whale con? This, I missed the message. No damn propaganda. So bad when it first started. Now you can still lock in some pretty bad stuff. Hey, yeah, and there's still even for stuff beyond that. Like it, my like, if to me the end all be all. Not an end all be all, but like the end, the most end thing. If you had to like quantify it down to there, it's gonna be depend upon the person. I still think builds, but how do you be able to get builds? What's the one thing? The one thing where I'm like, oh, okay, they've played like a lot and they probably know things, um, or they've whaled, or the other, is like having pretty much like completing the endo grind. There's no badge or anything for that, but like, you know what I mean? Like if once you're free from the shackles of needing to worry about endo at all, that's how you know. Like that's isn't that the end all be all though? Is still no. Where's the Robo Snake? It played. Covered my screen. What do you mean? Maybe you missed it? MR16. Damn, I'm over it. Yeah, I mean, literally, Gecko, you're at the point where like MR just kind of is for funzy onesies. There's like some niche benefits, but at the end of the day, like, I will say, must have missed it. It happened a while ago now, a couple minutes ago. I have a clueless LR4 enchant right now. I probably have a couple. I must say that plays for me. Sorry, I wasn't looking at in-game chat. I'm not smart enough. Just like Fonket with his prime sure-footed. It's for respond. If you said fuck that, not worth. Yeah, it's just like a Adamar Kitty. Thank you for the follow. I guess yeah, and that's the one thing too, is like it does take brain power to be able to farm all those things out, unless you're just using plat, which you want to share some of that plat? Like how are you that rich? I don't understand your level of wealth. It's just like personal wealth to be able to just drop guap like that. But it does take like brain power and brain cells to be able to um like get all the weapons and things like that. Plan it all out and everything. It is like an accomplishment. It's just not. It's far from being like the end all be all. Arcwing anything is ass, but I fuck it. I like butt. I like a nice bum. What do you mean? I like for as much friends. So that you've been teaching basics to? Yeah. It's just it is an accomplishment. There's just many. It's like a checkbox in the sea of checkboxes in a sandbox game. Like, can you run by 6x3 Eidolon hunt? Oh, cool. We got an auto breach. I think those are actually worth. Yeah, pretty sure those are worth some plat. It's an auto breach. Nice. I mean, I'll pull it up right now. Auto breach. Put auto break. That's me. Okay, maybe not as much. I thought it's like 10 plat. Do I have a sex Dakra? Gonna go with no? Gonna go with no, I don't have a sex Dakra. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've... Wait, what? Where can I get a sex Dakra? I don't know. I don't have one. You want a trailer? Just like trailer park combustion. Oh, goodness. I'm only able to do a 4x3, 5x3 zone and have it tried pushing for a 6x3. Exactly. To me, it's just like a... I don't know, just like one thing to accomplish in a game that's all about accomplishing things. If you like run a clan, that's an accomplishment in things. Even learning how to like decorate clans and orbiters. The IKEA frame. IKEA frame is like, oh my god, levels of accomplishment. Fashion frame. There's that. There's a lot of things in this game, and just LR4 just happens to be one of them. Or like codex scans. We're gonna talk about the end all be all codex scans. I don't know of a single person that one has codex scans done and B hasn't quit the game. Like I'm convinced that those two things can't exist together. Like I'm pretty sure anybody that completes codex scans is like legally required to take like at least a 10-year break from the game. Alright, go get this book here. Spider speed. I mean, Warframe's just kind of like speed running, right? I don't know. Did I proc her name? Did I miss it? I'm trying to get my buffs. Alright, what we're doing. Idle on hunts were fun, but I don't have the brain power folks like doing these days. That's fair. I mean, to me, I just do it as, like I said, an accomplishment. Even like the meta age betrations, I do them because I like hanging out with friends and I like to know how to do things. It's a checkbox. That's all it is. Is it my favorite thing to do? No. Am I gonna give it a good try? Yeah. I heard invisibility. Tell me about it. Yeah, so actually, Loki's entire kit can be boiled down to a hound, and yeah, his entire kit is Wisp 2. Yeah, actually, it can be boiled down into Atlas's wall. All of Loki's kit can be just Atlas's wall. Everything is Loki if you look hard enough. You just low-key need to find the low-key in it. You know what I'm saying? Tokyo, what's new? Not me, I'm old. Hey, what's going on? Not a whole lot. Showing people your sex stock. Hey, we got an energy nexus. Those used to sell for a lot. What would Beth say? Probably what Katie just said. Hey Katie, do you wanna see something funny? I didn't discover this, by the way. I don't want to pick up that key. Fuck that. Let me find a good group. Are you ready? Are you ready, Katie? Are you ready? I gotta find a group of enemies here. Where are my enemies at? Alright. Behold. You see it? Oh god, this is cursed. Oh god, I've been cursed by Limbo. Please. I'll do it again. Notice something? Katie doesn't care. I'm gonna go cry now. Loki. No, Loki has those too. They're just pretty low key. It is. It is. Again, far from the person to discover that. I am not that crazy. Been discovering what can and can't be procced from it. There's like a lot of things you can do with it. It'll probably get fixed here soon. Alright. Gonna go step on a Lego. Hey, if that's what you like to do, I'm not gonna stop you. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I saw people talking about it and how to activate it. It was kind of recently. It was like last week or so. It's in a friendo's stream. I saw it in there. And I was like, huh. I just got around to doing it. Oh, we're out of incursions about that. Still like Jade's movement better. Gonna see how much. Okay. Why is the ambulance a thing? All right. I'm gonna do sortie. I don't have anything else to do. Oh wait, there's the. Do you want to do an uppies? I need like 4 people though. And I'm not gonna wait for that long if there's an uppies. Waiting for an uppies to like get a group for it is takes forever. So I created the rule. Do you want to do that, Bigfoot? Or nah? Okay. Who else would be interested? Tokyo, have we ran them together? And Justice, have you cleared one yet with me? Who's cleared one with me before? Or at least like soloed one or some shit. You're down to do uppies and thing. Justice, do you have what's on the list? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Yeah, you have the you have an amp Yeah, I don't care about that, Sophia. I'm gonna be real. It's one of those things. Like you can let me spell this out. People can get carried through cascades. I don't carry people through cascades. I don't ask people to carry me. I teach people cascades. It's a difference. Um so you have like that I rank 5 eradicate, rank 5 onslaught. You got a 177 or a 547. You got like that. Matter Eye. Rank 5? No? See what I mean, Sophia? that's that's just I like you can't there's not a lot of ways to get amp damage, and that's just the unfortunate truth. Justice, stop asking until you get like the basics. You've seen the graphic. I've thrown the graphic at you so many times. Look at it. Like I'm gonna get mad if not. We do this like at least once a week. We need to stop doing this. Goodness. You sent it in chat? Cool. Like I said, I don't mind if people just can hold their own. Um there's like a threshold, you know what I mean? Dog shit to your style. That's perfectly fine. I'm just not gonna teach you cascades. Cause I lift people up. I that's what I do. I don't carry people. I don't expect carries from people. I just make it so that they can be the badasses that they truly are. And unfortunately, not even unfortunately, there's just a certain gear check that has to go on. It's more so the brace needs to be a 7 and the amp arcanes need to be amp arcanes. And the reason for this is because you have to have a certain level of like kill tempo. Justice, look at the picture again. Look at the infographic again. Those are rank 5. But yeah, there's a certain tempo that needs to happen. That if you're just because you can kill something, it's just the level of like efficiency that needs to happen. But anyway, we're like going down this rabbit hole right now, and I'd like to move on from it. We do this every time, and it makes me so tired. Do some Loki propaganda. You know, cost assistant. Get the machine back to your knees. They're in the graphic. So it'll be in the Cascades channel. I'll ping you for it. Actually, it's not about like gatekeeping or anything like that. It's just if somebody's working a lot harder to accomplish the same thing, and it's so much so that other people are having to pick up the slack, then it's not very like teammate of them in that regard. And it's not hard. Like none of this is that hard. I've boiled down in the Cascade info gen, like I've boiled it down to like the simplest, like the easiest, just bare minimum to get over the bar and still be an absolute badass. Like I've hit the minimum required, and I've figured it out. I've boiled it down. You don't have access? Okay, it's the mission rules then. Welcome back. Okay. Tokyo, have you ran this with us before? Genuinely don't remember. Loki for president, Loki tattoos, Loki propaganda, Loki #1, Loki. Because I'm going to be blunt, you more than likely can do this with a moat amp. You're just going to struggle a lot. And my whole thing is like, this game isn't that hard. You don't need to struggle. There's no reason to struggle. There's no getting good. There's no reason to gatekeep or, you know what I mean? Got ads here in a minute. Actually, I'm going to snooze the ad so we can get through this. So Tokyo. Sent an in-game chat. Yeah, okay. Have you done Void Cascade 2 level cap before? I'm not gonna like... I don't need like proof or anything. Okay. Do you have... Let me pull this up. I feel like we put it in this right now. I'm just gonna pull up the graphic at this rate. So first off, in the Discord there is the mission rules channel. You can then get the Cascade role, and you'll be able to get access to this. It is like the bare minimum. If you have this stuff, I will teach you it. It may be quotation marks as a veteran beneath you, but I have to have a bar. It's a military thing. I have to have a bar that everybody can achieve, more or less, so that I know that people will have like an easy time doing it. That's all. So there's no excuses. It's just like, this will accomplish it with the least amount of effort. Like, this is why I recommend the Furious with Revenant, is because the Furious just is the easiest level cap Thrax killing weapon. Just the easiest. It's self-contained, it's self-primed, it's ridiculous. And then Revenant is absolutely ridiculous on how his defenses. They're both brain dead, and that's on purpose. So you just need one of these two amps, and then these two arcanes that are rank 5. It's implied. Like, that's it. So we're doing sortie. What's going on? Where's the opponent? That's it. Like, if you get the right side of this graphic, there's a very short list. And just, Katie helped me make it. Shout out to Katie. We love Katie. And this is like all you have to do for Cascades. It's this easy. I feel like we have to do this every time. Converted a player to Blade Nyx. That's fair. I can't wait for the rework. Because right now the best mind-controlled Nyx build is to use like Zaku, which doesn't feel good. Okay. But yeah, it's not. Just me more games, less level rank amp. Fair enough. You don't understand. You just want to play. It is one of the most late game activities you can do in the game, and I try to boil it down to a simple, very simple thing. But I've had so many people in the past that they get carried through it, and then they get overconfidence and try to teach other people, which then gives then they fail, and then those other people that I have never encountered, right, that have been taught by a failed overconfident teacher, then get discouraged and feel like they can't do the content. It's the shockwave effect. It's thinking beyond the here and the now, using the big old brains. No, okay. No, you're good, Tokyo. This is why I'm doing it. It's not to gatekeepers and everything. It's just if people have a bad time, if they're focused on living or doing damage, then they're not going to be like learning the basic flow of mechanics and the teamwork. They're going to be more focused on trying to not die. And if they're focused on not dying, they're not learning. Pull it in, kill all. See, Vauban's not easy to do this with because Vauban doesn't survive at level cap very easily. Level 10,000 enemies will just annihilate Vauban unless you're shield gate spamming. And if you're shield gate spamming, for the average player, if you're shield gate spamming, again, you're focused on shield gating and surviving, and you're not learning the mechanics. It's very simple. It's very simple to understand. But if you're... Anyway, I don't think we're going to have 4 people for this. But shield gate is for young people. I'm going to be blunt where the opponent. Just use shade. I'm aware. I'm aware. But even then, there's shortcomings to that. So name an easier... You're saying that Vauban's the easiest for this, or a very easy pick for this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's easier. That's all. And the easier is Revenant, because the easiest way to survive is just be immortal. Same with Loki. And this is why Revenant is a better pick than Vauban within the parameters given. Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna go do... I'm gonna just do the sortie or something. I don't think this is gonna happen, Bigfoot. I don't have the spoons to... We do this every time. And I just don't think it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna knock out the sortie. But just like Vaba, pull it off. You can pull them all and kill them all. Right, but within the context of the response you said, just use Vauban and pull and kill it all. It means that it's like use Vauban instead of like Revenant or anything. And this is why I am clarifying to everyone that like Loki